Okay guys, so in this video we're going to be working on the cheapest four-wheelers on Facebook Marketplace, and in this video we're going to be cleaning the carb on there along with messing with the throttle cable, and on this one we're going to be removing the transmission so we can get the parts ordered for it and get this thing back up and going. So yeah, I want to also thank you for all the support recently. We're almost at 400 subscribers, which is crazy. I feel like we were at 300 not even that long ago, so you guys have been killing it with the subscribers. And the views, they've been up a lot. So yeah, besides that, let's get right into this video. Okay guys, so what we need to do now is, oh, I almost tripped. We need to take this carburetor, oh, you're in the shadow. We need to take this carburetor back off that we thought was a good one. And I'm gonna clean this one out before I throw that new one on, because that new one is not 100% correct. It's a little bit different. So I'd rather put the original one back on than that one. So if the original one we can't clean or anything, then we'll throw that one on. But I prefer not using this one since it's not exact. But yeah, so I'm gonna take that carburetor off real quick and get it on the table where we're gonna clean it out. Okay guys, so I just got the carb taken back off, and this time we're actually gonna tear into this thing and remove everything and make sure it's not gummed up anywhere. And that's a lot of gas. But yeah. So, cut to a little time lapse of me tearing apart the carburetor. Okay guys, so I just got everything I possibly could taken out of this carb, so now I'm just gonna get some carb cleaner and spray through it all and clean it all and put it back together, and cut to me throwing it back together. Okay guys, so I got that carb cleaned out and I just threw it back in. As you can see, there's the carb chilling. I got the new vacuum lines hooked up to it correctly this time, 100%. I looked on a YouTube video, found it out. And yeah, I'm gonna try and fire it up. I'll set you guys up somewhere. Hopefully it starts. If not, we're gonna switch to this new carb. So let me find where I'm gonna set you up. Sorry about it getting dark. It is getting late, but trying to work as quick as I can. So the question is, will this thing fire up? I turned the fuel to on, so we got fuel now. Let's see what she does. We're getting spark. Okay, we're getting spark. So, she fired up insanely loud. Definitely need to adjust the carb. Oh, she's dripping gas. Dang. Hold up. Okay guys, so you're probably wondering, why is the carb back off the four-wheeler after it firing up? It was leaking out a ton of fuel and I couldn't figure out why. And yeah, definitely did not forget to put this back in the carburetor. So yeah, getting ready to tear this sucker back apart and throw that piece back in, and then we'll be in business. But yeah, just a little hiccup, but nothing we can't do. Extra practice on taking off the carb and putting it back on, if you ask me. So yeah, I'm gonna get that done real quick, and then I'll see you guys when the carburetor's back on and see what it does when we fire it up that time. Okay guys, listen, 5 minutes later I got the carb thrown back on with that one little piece, and I'm gonna attempt to fire her back up and see what she does. I turned the idle way down and the mixture screw in the tighten it so it gets less mixture, so hopefully it won't rev up like how it did the first time, but yeah, let's see. Sorry about it being so dark. It's just super late. Here, I'll try and move the light over for you guys. Give you guys some better lighting. Did that help at least a little bit? Oh yeah, look at that. Hopefully the camera screen's not flickering when I go to edit. That's the most annoying thing that LEDs do. But yeah. Okay guys, so it's a different day, as you can tell, different outfit, but yeah, after trying to get this thing running with the new cleaned out carburetor, not new, but cleaned out carburetor, it still had a really high idle to it, and I did a lot more digging and research on what it could be. So a lot of people were talking about crank seals, but I was reading and somebody brought up the idle or throttle adjustment at the top of the carb. So as you can see on this one, it idles way too high, and you see this huge gap between the nut and the carburetor. I went over to the one that runs perfectly fine, and look, there's no, well, focus camera, focus. There we go. There's no gap between the nut and the carburetor. So I'm gonna try and turn that down on that one and hope for no more high idling. And then if that doesn't work, I'm taking this carburetor off and I'm throwing it on that four-wheeler, and then I'm throwing that carburetor on this four-wheeler, and I'm gonna try starting both four-wheelers and see how they do with the different carburetors, because I need to figure out if this carburetor is bad or if something else is bad in the motor. So yeah, let's get to working on adjusting this nut down to the carburetor and see what happens. Okay guys, so I just adjusted that nut down against the carburetor, so as you can see we have no gap. We have even less gap than this four-wheeler over here. That one has a little bit of gap between let me get my pointer, that part and that, so we should be pretty darn good. So now we just gotta fire her up and hope it doesn't freaking, it just sounds like it's about to explode. Basically it revs up until it's about to explode. So yeah, hopefully this fixes it. And if any of you also have your trail bosses that you're trying to get figured out, hopefully I'm helping you a little bit. But yeah. Okay guys, I opened the garage so we can start this thing up, but there's a house going up right next to us, so I'm very sorry about the loud construction noises. They got cement trucks that are pouring the driveway right now, but I'm gonna set you guys up and fire the sucker up. Still a little hot. Okay guys, so my camera battery died, but I've been messing with it and I think I'm on to something. But right as I was starting to pull start it and it was actually idling instead of high revving, my pull start broke. So as you can see here, here's my pull start. I got it all taken off and I got it retied back on. Here's the broken piece that broke off. So yeah, now that I got the pull start fixed, let's try and keep messing with this thing and get it fired up. But I have hope after how it was running. It was actually trying to idle, it seemed like. But yeah, let me set you guys back up. Okay guys, so we figured out a lot more with the carburetor. It has to be doing something with this right here. There's something, well, whatever it's called that's right in here, it moves up when you press the throttle. I don't know if I can get you a view of it. Come on. Come on. Nope, I cannot. Okay, I sadly cannot, but right in here, I can watch it go up as I press the throttle and down, and sometimes it doesn't come down, which causes it to do wide open throttle and make it rev really loud. So I got a few spare parts from the spare carburetor that I'm going to be trying to exchange and make work, but I'm done with that one for today, and now I'm going to work on getting the transmission or transfer case, whatever you want to call it, out of this one so we can get this one moving, because this one does run. I just fired it up today. It sounds really nice, and yeah, I'd like to ride one of these. So we're gonna get this thing right here out and put a new shift fork in it, along with, there's another piece, I forgot what it's called though, and then we'll come back to this one later because I'm done messing with that one. So I'm just gonna switch to this one. So to get this thing out, we still got to remove this piece right here. Don't have to remove that. We got to remove this little nut right here on the top, along with start taking these black covers off, and then I need a pulley to pull that off. So I think I'm gonna go run to the store today and get a pulley puller, because we do not have one and I'd like to have one. But then this back pulley should slide right off. But we can't get the back side of this housing off until we get this pulley off, which requires a pulley puller. So, yep. So yeah, without further ado, let's start taking off what I just said. Okay guys, so I ended up taking off the exhaust. I got this linkage off. I had to take the whole brake thing off right here. But yeah, we got everything taken off that we need to. All the bolts that mount up to it are taken off. I'll probably have to take the carburetor off, but I haven't taken it off now because I might not need to. But I took the cover piece off right here, and now this is what I'm working with. So in all the videos I watched on YouTube, this one just pulls right off, but in my case, of course, it's frozen on, so yeah, that makes it fun. But this is like 9 1/4, and to find a pulley puller that big, it's gonna be a struggle. But I'm going out, I'm gonna go try and find one. Hopefully Harbor Freight will hook me up, but this one you for sure need a pulley puller. So I'm also gonna go run and get one, and the one I'm gonna use for this, I'll probably use for this one if it works. But yeah. Okay guys, so we're in Steve. As you can tell, we just went and got a pulley puller. So this one goes up to 6 inches, so we'll be able to cover our first one. And then we got this big old 10-ton 3-jaw hydraulic gear puller. So this is definitely overkill for what we need, but no other pulley would reach 9 inches and 3/4. So this one does, and I got it. Plus it'll probably come in handy with some future projects here. So yeah, I got it, and let's go get these pulleys off the 4-wheelers. I've been seeing everybody's crazy ways to get these off on YouTube, and here was mine. Pulley puller. There is a better pulley puller that you can thread into the threads right inside here and it will pull it right off, but Harbor Freight didn't have that one, so I had to make do with what they had. So yeah, now time to get this back pulley off, which none of the pulley pullers I have will fit around it. So I'm gonna get I bought a $100 hydraulic one right here that will go around it. So let me break open that box, or maybe I can try throwing this one around it. We'll see. Okay guys, just got the bigger pulley on the back, which I'm not using the hydraulic one. Surprise, surprise. So I'm definitely returning that because that was $100. But yeah, this one's about to pop off any second. So I was like, I'll film it. There we go. This one was way easier to come off, but this one you should be able to remove by hand on your four-wheeler. Just for some reason on mine it was stuck, so I had to use a little puller because it wasn't free enough to pull off by hand, but it was stuck enough to where I couldn't get off with a hammer or pry bar. So yeah, there we go. So as you can see, I just thread the bolts back into them, and that's how I pull these pulleys off. You guys are trying to do it too. But yeah, holy cow, look at that. Now we can remove the cover piece behind here. Okay guys, after pulling those pulleys out, a lot of bolts later, like I mean a lot, and taking the chain off, we got no transmission in it. So, as you can see, I got the transmission ripped out of this sucker, and yeah, it's gotten dark on us. I gotta thank my mom and dad for letting me skip school today to work on my four-wheelers. Or I mean, not skip. We didn't have school today, is what I should say. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video of us figuring out that we have a throttle cable issue on that one, that I assume is why it doesn't run, and getting the transmission out of this. So in the next video, we'll be tearing apart that transmission and putting the new pieces in it and throwing that transmission back into that four-wheeler and hopefully going for a nice little rip on it. So yeah, I know I said that we'd have one of these running in this video. Moral of the story, it's 2 weeks later since my last upload, so I had to get another video out for you guys. I didn't just want to leave you guys hanging with nothing. So here's a little update on how they're going. They've been kicking my butt. This one especially, because it just won't run, and I want it to run so bad. But this one runs, and it runs really good. So decided to get that transmission out so I can throw the new pieces in, and we can get this one back up and running, because this one's gonna be a lot easier to get going than this one. So yeah, see you guys in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This we're almost at 400 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. By the time this video's up, we'll probably have 400. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. With